show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. Been waiting all day for the stars to come and play. Now we just gotta say it's been too long, been too long. Sunday night, the show's about to start. Grab your seat just like you're at the park. Rest assured the best are here tonight. Greatest show and a diamond under lights. You gotta see the show. It's a dynamo. You gotta see the show. It's a rock and roll.
Sunday night baseball. Padres, Mariners. He was ready.
Stars who come and play. There's one thing left to say. Sunday night, Sunday night. Welcome to the show. Sunday night, let's go. Welcome to Sunday night. Come and see the. Come on. See the show.
Welcome to Sunday Night Baseball on NBC, presented by Capital One. The show takes us to the Pacific Northwest this Sunday night for the Mariners, who were 1/7 inning away from the World Series last year, and the Padres, who were in a real battle for NL West supremacy with the champions of last year, the Los Angeles Dodgers. So glad to have you along once again. Jason Benetti, as always, joined by experts from both sides. Mariners analyst, former Mariner Ryan Rowland-Smith, Jake Peavy, former Padre, two-time World Series champion. And Peavy, we're going to start with you and this Padres team that has late comeback written all over it basically every night, but they have really been a juggernaut. What makes them so good?
Well, it starts with the bullpen. Jason Adam, Maury Hone, all-stars, getting it to the best closer in baseball, Mason Miller. This Padre team's got a lead, or the game is tied after 5 innings, Ryan. It's really hard to come back and beat them. Xander Bogaerts and Gavin Sheets have provided most of the offense, but Nick Castellanos, Ty France, and Duhar have also provided a nice sting in there without Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis finding their footing. Padres are playing well.
That's scary if those two guys haven't found their footing and the Padres are hovering around first place. Meantime, for the Mariners, same kind of deal early in the year. Cal Raleigh is injured now. Julio Rodriguez didn't get off to a great start.
Right.
And the Mariners are afloat in an AL West that's a little bit light this year.
Yeah, well, they're afloat. But, Jason, last time you were here, we kicked off Sunday Night Baseball here in Seattle. The expectations were, look, they're coming off winning their first AL West in 2 decades. They're going to run away with the AL West, but they're hovering around 500. Look, the pitching is the foundation, and it has been all year long. They have been so consistent, even with some of the misses they've had, some of the losses they've had in the bullpen with Matt Brash and Gabe Spire. But offensively, coming into this season, more of a complete offense was the goal with Brendan Donovan at the top. You mentioned Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez cutting down on the swings and misses. They're slowly starting to do that in the middle of this lineup, but they just haven't had everyone healthy at the same time, especially with Brendan Donovan hitting the IL at the moment. Obviously, Cal Raleigh, that's a huge loss in the middle of that lineup. But that man right there, Julio Rodriguez and Josh Naylor, is starting to hit. There is some good things coming up once everyone gets healthy and once they can get that consistent lineup that they're projected coming out of spring training.
And the Mariners, again, you said it, the starting pitching has been phenomenal. They are on a 6-man rotation, and part of it is George Kirby. As we give you our pitcher profile presented by Salesforce, Kirby has been an innings eater and a dynamo at the same time.
He really has. And look, to me, he came into this season on a mission, right? Where last year he kicked off the first part of the season on the IL. He had the shoulder issue. He was an all-star just a couple years ago, but there was a couple bumps in the road. I think he has matured mentally, Pete. As you know, he's gotten to that place now where the little things don't bother him so much. Ton of ground balls. He wants to be an innings eater. Jason, like you said, the ground ball rate is around 60%. That, to me, is being the difference. The strikeout rate, it's a little low at the moment, but, man, he has been so dominant. I think the best pitcher out the gates here for the Mariners.
Well, he's been through that journey. It is day one, step one of that journey for Colt Emerson, one of the top prospects in Major League Baseball. He's taking it all in right now. Anthony Rizzo, you remember your debut back in the day wearing similar colors to some out there right now?
Yeah, absolutely. And you see Colt right now signing the little kid's jersey. That was him 12 years ago on the field, I'm sure, at some point. So what an amazing moment for him and his family. Getting called up when I was a kid, it was all your dreams coming true. So it's exciting for him and his family, and hopefully this is his first game of about a 15-year career.
That is his hope and his plan. A young man from New Concord, Ohio, is out there playing third base. And here is the starting lineup that he will face for the San Diego Padres, who are 18th in home runs, 30th in batting average, 28th in on-base percentage, but they still are 9 over 500. Fernando Tatis Jr. still has not hit his first home run. But, Peeve, as you mentioned, Miguel Andujar has been a nice bit part player. Gavin Sheets has been a power source, certainly. And Xander Bogaerts in the 5 spot is always a danger, a former All-Star as well.
A.J. Preller has done a beautiful job building a complete roster, understanding that some of the bounces early in the playoffs may have come from just putting too much pressure.
That's the Padres starting lineup. It's presented by Capital One for the former Washington National pitcher Craig Stammen in his first year as a manager, and he has done a marvelous job thus far with this San Diego team. So the Padres and Mariners. San Diego has won all 5 so far this year. George Kirby trying to stop that in beautiful Seattle, Washington. What a setting for Major League Baseball. The roof is open. The sun is out. It is a brochure day for King County. George Kirby's first pitch